my first ayahuasca retreat and relationship healing. I'd heard about ayahuasca back in like 2012. I remember at the time my girlfriend watched a documentary, this is a long time ago, and she said something like everyone who works with DMT or does ayahuasca dies or something or stops breathing, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not true. Joe Rogan's doing this documentary and he seems to be alive. So I had some taboo about it, had some fear about it, right? About 6 months after being in Colombia, sitting in a cafe, and I'm talking with my buddy Tommy, and this dude comes out to us, this tall South African dude, and he says, hey, I heard you guys talk about, racing motorcycles, Tony Robbins, Tim Ferriss, and ayahuasca. Can I join the conversation? I'm thinking like, oh, this dude's cool, right? And he comes over and he goes, hey, have you ever, worked with ayahuasca? I was like, no, I'm curious, da-da-da-da-da. And I had just earlier that year, I don't remember when it was, done the vaccine of the jungle, 3 combos where you put the little venom points on mine were on my arms, from what I remember. So talking with this guy, he tells me how it changed his life, how he found his purpose, how he's helping fathers that have been disconnected from their kids, haven't seen their kids in a while, reconnect and re-enter their lives and, support them as like a healthy dad. And it really spoke to me, and I'm like, wow, this guy went, he did this 6 months ago or whatever. I was like, you're not going again, are you? He goes, yeah, I'm going in 3 weeks. Didn't know this guy, fairly impulsive on my part, living in Colombia 6 months at this point. Had a relationship end 6 months before that I felt better about, but didn't feel great. Still holding on to it, still questioning, did I do the right thing or not? She's a really amazing person. I never met someone like her. But I say, yeah, what the fuck, I'm gonna go. So he goes, you're really going in 3 weeks. I tell a few of my friends. So it's me, this dude Gary, and then like 5 other friends who I told about it, who wanted to go. I was initially curious, more so in plant medicine stuff for healing. I had a lot of mysterious health issues. I had what was told was mold poisoning. I had these inflammation markers really high. I was taking massive amounts of activated charcoal. Like if you took a dose every day for a month, I think, I was taking, like, let's say that was a whole bottle. So what would that be? I think it was like 60 tablets. So that would be two at a time. So 30 days. I was taking that in like 4 days. Thinking this was working, wasn't really feeling better. Was just like, man, I want to just get healthier. What the fuck? Like, what's going on? I'm doing these intravenous ozone treatments where they pull out 250 milliliters of my blood, mix it with oxygen, put it back in. It's helping a little, but I don't feel that great. So I was curious. My intention was around health. Like, hey, can you show me what's wrong with me? How do I cure this? What's going on? I'll get into that later. The ayahuasca for months would not show me anything, which, for better or worse, kept me going back. The first night, it was gentle, I guess intense. I felt like it's the first and last night I've had this happen, and I've worked with ayahuasca for 8 years. But I felt like I'm flying around in the cosmos and shit. And like I'm like looking at other planets, like where the fuck, what is going on? There's also another voice going, oh, how embarrassing it is gonna be that Phil died at some psychedelic ritual in Colombia. And then his mom's gonna be mad at him. When my dad's dead, he can't get mad, but it's gonna be like a disgrace to the family, like goofy shit, being afraid of death. Yeah. So I'm sitting there. It was the first time I had some really clear vision on some things I'm supposed to do here with my path and my purpose. I'll talk about that in another video. Not too soon, because that, I'm gonna wait till our release date. And I'd been in this place of back and forth for 6 months. I had this Colombian girlfriend in Chicago. We were together about a year, maybe a year and a little more. Broke up. We're both living in Chicago. I got a job working for a large coaching company, so now I could work remote. I've always thought, I'm like, where could I dance salsa, have a beautiful women, learn Spanish, and have good weather? So I've been looking around, and I looked at Costa Rica first because the only place I'd been. I realized there's no people in Costa Rica. It's like San Jose, and every other city's tiny. I'm like, I'd like to be connected to people. Well, Costa Rica's not known for salsa. Oh, Cali, like C-A-L-I, Cali, Colombia. Look there, hear that the weather's kind of hot, it's kind of dangerous. Keep hearing Medellin. I'm like, no, I gotta go to Cali, Medellin. This is in 2016. It was not that popular, but popular enough. Her and I get back together. We broke up this is a true story. We broke up at a Tony Robbins seminar at 2 a.m. We got back together 3 months later while I'm still living in Chicago. I think I was temporarily living in Florida for a month. I'm on my way back to Chicago. She is living in Bogota, where she's from. She hadn't been there in 20 years. Meet at this event, NLP master practitioner. This is almost a decade ago now. And we get back together. I moved to Colombia. And after about a month, we broke up for good. So this is in the end of January 2017. So almost 9 years ago. This brings us to August 2017 at the Ayahuasca ceremony. And for about 6+ months, been like, man, I'd never met anyone like this girl. We do align on so many things, but another part of me is like, yeah, we do, but it's for what we both want, it's not gonna work. But I went back and forth for 6 months. We talked during that time. We had not seen each other, but we talked. Sometimes still kind of lovey-dovey talk, not sexual or anything, not seeing each other. But I felt on the fence. Should I have broken up with her? Should I get back with her? A lot of valid points because she's an amazing woman. She still is, I assume. I haven't talked to her in a while. But I'm sure she's even better than she was. And yeah, I wasn't even enjoying Colombia. I was there 6 months. And then I'm at this ayahuasca ceremony, hoping to get healthier. And I got something more out of it. I can't really intellectually explain what happened that night, but I'll do my best. So again, I went there because I had mold poisoning, Lyme disease. I had an infected root canal. I didn't know that. That was a root cause of many of my issues. When I had that pulled out 6 months later, things started to work better. I just knew that her and I were meant to have some time together. There's that old saying, reason, season, lifetime. There was a reason her and I were to date. It was a season of life. It was not a lifetime. But I can't explain intellectually what happened. It was like I just let go. It wasn't something I could wrap my mind around. Matter of fact, I still have the photo. I'll have to post it one of these days. Of me with my shirt off. I still had hair back then, or more hair. Going like this, going like, standing next to Shaman, like, what the fuck just happened? I was able to just move on. I was able to heal, to let go of something. And I never, ever, ever, ever once, which surprised the hell out of me, looked back after that point. I didn't think, what if I did the right thing? We should get back together. Oh no, da 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 da. I just moved on. And I wanted to tell that story because after heartbreak, things can be tricky. And you can think it was something with your ex, and it wasn't really something with her. Maybe you guys just weren't a fit, or it was a fear you had since you were 7 years old. And you met this person for that to really bubble to the surface and show how that was never handled, how that was never healed. So said differently, the healing power of ayahuasca is off the chart. I'll tell the other story after this. I've had now two. One about 18 months ago, and one nearly a decade ago, of releasing a relationship. I don't know about you, but I tend to hold on to relationships, want to get the person back. That's never been the right strategy. Maybe it was once to go learn something more. You could argue, it's kind of subjective. You could argue that it wasn't. But it created a healing and a peace in my heart that, again, I can't intellectually explain. And I have an ayahuasca retreat I'll be headed out to in about, less than 20 hours. And I wanted to share this story because if you're an anxious guy that's been holding on to some wounds from your past, or knowing you got to break up, or you're so stressed out in the relationship, or she just dumped you, or you just dumped, but then did you make the right decision? Having something like ayahuasca can be incredible and essential for your healing journey, getting clarity, letting go, whether it's healing the relationship with yourself, family, friends, or the person you're with, or the person that you just broke up with. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.